Let's see how to manage the Elements Red and Own elements in StruBIM Steel. The Elements Red panel is located on the left-hand side of the program's general interface. Here, we manage the Elements Red from the different models of the associated BIMserver.center project so that they can be visualized and used as a reference for modeling the structure itself. The Elements Red are sorted in a tree structure according to two ways of classification: by models and by categories. In the organisation by models, we can inspect each contribution linked to the job and, within it, each associated 3D model. On the other hand, the categories group the Elements Red into families according to their characteristics, following the classification of the IFC scheme. The configuration applied to the organisation by models prevails over the one indicated by categories. 3 buttons are displayed next to each component of the tree. The first one allows us to control whether the Elements Red are visible or not. Using the second one, we can change its visualization mode by selecting between a normal view, a transparent view, or a wireframe view. Finally, with the third button, we control the snap of the Elements Red, locking them so that they cannot be snapped or selected. As well as this tree of components from the external models, the panel includes a toolbar at the top with a group of buttons that allow us to perform different actions on the Elements Red. With the first option, Isolate Selection, we can isolate elements of the model. It allows us to select the elements we want to isolate with the left mouse button, and when we right-click on them, the rest of the unselected elements of the model will no longer be visible. With Show All, we undo this operation and make all hidden elements visible. Using the Hide option, we can hide the selected elements. In a similar way, we select the elements of the model that we want to hide with the left mouse button, and when we right-click the mouse, they will no longer be visible. Again, with Show All, we show all hidden elements again. Further on, we use the Appearance option to choose between colour drawing or monochrome drawing. When we click Accept, the change is reflected in the model view. Finally, BIM Information allows us to select a specific element with the left mouse button and display an informative window with the attributes associated with it. If desired, we can set a view to have its own configuration for Elements Red instead of using the general configuration of the job. To do this, in the Views panel, we select the desired view, double-click on it or click on Edit, and, in the window that appears, activate the Use a specific view configuration for the View option. This way, in the Elements Red panel, the view text will now appear. This means that the defined configuration will be applied only to the selected view. Further down, the Own Elements panel allows us to manage the visibility and snapping of the modelled elements directly into the job open in StruBIM Steel. The groups of Own elements are sorted by their reference, showing sections, plates, anchors, welds, bolts, and joints. In each group of Own elements, we activate or deactivate the checkboxes in the columns on the right to control whether they are visible or snappable.